Happy Monday, everyone, and let's start with asking the question that we love to ask here at Shop Talk. How do men and women like us who work hard at their jobs, are always kind to their coworkers, and are always willing to go the extra mile, continue to find joy in their work, get recognized for their contribution, and start each and every Monday with more passion and purpose? That is the question, and this show will give you the answers. I'm Dr. Dawn, and welcome to the Monday Huddles. If you're a first-time viewer, I'm the CEO and founder of Dr. Dawn ShopTalk. And as we like to say here at ShopTalk, let's talk shop, shall we? In other words, let's go ahead and talk about all those issues that we know can affect our success. And as a productivity coach, you guys, I am so excited about that issue that I created a powerful 4-step process to help you increase your productivity, your possibility, and potential. So be sure to check out our Taking Charge signature series on our website and book your free consultation today. That way you and I can get started right away in making sure that you're truly taking charge of your life at work and at home. All right, you guys, let's get to it. Today, we're continuing our series on turning any job into your dream job. Now, if you missed last week's episode, that's what we talked about, the power of the dream job mindset. So be sure to check that out if you missed that episode. In our previous episode, we identified the importance of figuring out exactly what it is you're looking for. That episode aired on April 26th, so if you missed that, be sure to check that out as well. You guys, what we're going to focus on today is something I like to call put your big pants on and have that conversation with your boss already. In other words, there are just going to be times where it's important for you to talk to the boss and explain what it is that's making you miserable. You guys, your boss is not going to be able to fix a problem that they don't even know exists. And I've always believed it's very important as an employee to let the boss know what you're unhappy about, whether it's the job task that you have, or maybe the work situation, maybe it's a project, or maybe even another coworker. Either way, I know that it's important that you have that conversation. Now, depending on the kind of relationship you have with your boss, I know sometimes that can be very, very awkward. But again, in today's episode, it's all about you understanding that it's important to stand up for yourself and put your big pants on so you can have that conversation. Now, with my Shop Talk business, helping my clients actually craft the conversation where they know how to start the conversation and what to say, that's actually something I provide as a career coach, because as a Shop Talk client, I think you kind of deserve that, right? That should be one of the advantages of having your own career coach. But you guys know I love figuring out ways to help people, whether you're a client of mine or not. So one of the things I've been thinking about, and I would love for you to comment and let me know if you think this would be something you would be interested in. I'm thinking about putting together a couple of my scripts, some of my basic scripts on how to approach a conversation, some specific things that you can say, whether it's your boss, a coworker, a colleague, maybe if you're a supervisor, even the way you can start an awkward conversation if you have an employee reporting to you and you have to kind of give them bad news. So I'm thinking about putting together a couple of those scripts because, you know, of course, obviously I go into much more detail with my actual clients, but I like to put together a couple of those scripts and actually launch that as part of the products that we're going to be launching on our digital store. Very excited that we're going to be launching our digital store, you guys, actually next month. So if something like this is something that you think you would be interested in, be sure to comment below so that I can make sure to include that in our digital store. All right, you guys, back to putting your big pants on. All right. Remember, guys, again, if you're going through something stressful and you're really unhappy, you got to make sure that you let your boss know, okay? You really do. But before you go into your boss's office, really clarify what it is that's making you unhappy. That's going to give your boss the best chance of fixing it. Now, sometimes there's a limit on what your boss really can or cannot do. Sometimes their hands really are tied, but you'd be surprised at how often there could be a creative solution. And if it's something minor, like maybe changing your job tasks, that is probably something within your boss's authority to do and to do quickly. So really think about that, you guys. Even if you think your boss is not going to listen to you, or if you don't have a great relationship with your boss, let me share this insider secret with you, okay? In the almost 30 years that I've been in the workforce, here's one of the things I know for sure. Most bosses are really good-hearted people. In fact, most bosses have gotten to where they are because they're not only at the top of their game, but they oftentimes want to inspire people to do the same. Now, even if you have the worst boss on the planet, right? Because we know every place has their a-holes, you're never going to get away from that. So if you unfortunately have one of those people, I've actually been very blessed to work with awesome bosses. I really have been. But even if I didn't have that situation, here's something I also know for sure. A boss is going to want to be successful, and they're going to know if they have miserable employees, productivity ain't going to be great, and it's going to affect the company's bottom line. I promise you, productivity will be at an all-time low if misery is at an all-time high. So from a practical standpoint alone, the boss is going to want to fix the problem, I promise. So just think about that. It's going to increase your confidence. You'll be less stressed when you talk to them. Also remember, again, that fixing one or two of your tasks really could be the way to help you feel like you're in your dream job. Identify again what it is that's making you miserable, and make sure you come in with at least one solution. You guys, you want to start building your own reputation as being solution oriented, okay? You really do. That's part of that personal branding that we help you with here at ShopTalk. So if you feel stuck in your job and you feel like you're just not getting recognized and certainly not getting considered for the promotion, that could be part of the problem. You want to go in with at least a solution, because if one of your solutions is to share with your boss some things you would love to start doing, guess what happens? If your boss gives you the okay to do that, if it's something you love to do, you're just going to be really awesome at it. And if you're awesome at it, your productivity is definitely going to go up, and so is your possibility and your potential. All those things I'm always preaching to you about. So be sure again to go in with a solution, go in with a way that you think you could actually bring your talents to the forefront. Because when it comes to personal branding, especially in your work life, you guys, you want to get to the point where the people who you rely on for a paycheck start to rely on you. All right, you guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope that you enjoyed these tips. I hope they are valuable to you. Be sure to reach out to me and let me know what's helping you. Be sure to share the content with anyone that you think might be able to benefit from today's episode. Don't forget to show us some love on social media. We absolutely love that when you do show us that love. Not only do we broadcast live right here on Facebook and on YouTube, but ShopTalk is also on Instagram, LinkedIn, and on Twitter. You guys have a wonderful rest of your Monday, a great week ahead. Be sure to join us next week. Next week is going to be the last episode in our series of helping you turn any job into your dream job. And next week, we're going to be talking about the power of setting your very next goal by climbing the ladder first. And if you think I'm talking about the corporate ladder, I'm really not talking about that. So if you want to find out what that insider secret's all about, be sure to join us next week. I will see you same time, same place for your next week's episode of the Monday Huddle. Take care, everyone, and bye-bye.